in the quiet corners of our youth, our story began. It wasn't with a grand declaration or a cinematic moment, but with a shared glance across a crowded room. His eyes, a warm shade of amber, held a universe I was desperate to explore. My heart, a skittish bird, suddenly found its rhythm in his presence. We were just kids, navigating the awkward, beautiful chaos of growing up. Yet what we found in each other felt ancient and profound. We never spoke the words. Not the big ones. Anyway, our language was one of stolen glances during class, of shared smiles that bloomed like secret gardens between us. It was in the way he'd always save me a seat, or how I'd laugh a little louder at his jokes. We orbited each other, two celestial bodies held in a delicate, unspoken gravity. We were best friends, confidants, partners, in the silent crime of a love we were too afraid to name. Why? Maybe we were scared to shatter the perfect, fragile world we had built. If we spoke it aloud, would it break? Would the magic dissolve into the mundane reality of expectations and pressures? The fear of losing what we had, this unique and precious connection, was greater than the desire to define it. Our friends would joke about it. When are you two just going to admit it? They'd tease. We'd just laugh it off, exchanging a look that said, "They don't understand." And they didn't. They couldn't feel the electricity in a simple brush of hands as we passed in the hallway. They couldn't hear the symphony in the comfortable silence we shared, sitting side by side, watching the world go by. Our love story was written in invisible ink, legible only to us. It was in the mixtapes he made me, each song a carefully chosen confession. It was in the doodles I left in his notebook, little hearts hidden amongst the math equations. Then, life did what it always does. It moved on. College applications, different cities, diverging paths. The future, once a distant haze, was now a looming reality, pulling us in opposite directions. The silence between us grew heavier, filled with all the things we should have said. There was a moment, just before he left, standing under the pale glow of a streetlight. The air was thick with unspoken goodbyes. I wanted to scream, "Don't go! Stay here with me! Let's be brave!" He looked at me, his amber eyes filled with a sadness that mirrored my own. I could see the words on his lips, fighting to get out. But we held them back. We chose silence one last time. We hugged, a hug that felt like a desperate attempt to memorize each other, and then he was gone. Years have passed. We've built new lives, found new loves, and created new memories. We send each other a polite birthday message once a year, a small acknowledgement of the chapter we once shared. Sometimes, on a quiet evening, I'll think of him and wonder, what if? What if we had been braver? What if we had spoken our truth? But regret is a heavy coat, and I choose not to wear it. The love we shared wasn't a failure because it was silent. It was beautiful because it was silent. It was pure, untouched by the complexities of the world. A perfect, secret memory that belongs only to us. It taught me that love doesn't always need to be loud to be real. Sometimes, the most profound love stories are the ones whispered in the quietest corners of the heart. Thank you for listening to this story. If you've ever had a love you couldn't speak, know that its silence doesn't make it any less true. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories from the heart. See you next time.